Are there any games that are like similar to it?
I would say Street Fighter 3 with the fast dashes. Like a lot of characters have fast dashes, so that reminds me of Street Fighter 3 a little bit. Street Fighter Alpha, I don't know, because Street Fighter Alpha has a guard meter, and this game doesn't. And Street Fighter Alpha, you can block in the air, and you can't block in the air in this game.
Yeah.
So I don't know about Street Fighter 3, Alpha 3, but Street Fighter 3, it reminds me more of Third Strike without like a parry, because you can do 2 light moves and cancel into a special move. Mostly all the old Capcom fighting games had that. You know, Street Fighter 4 was the only Capcom fighting game that I know to this day that I can remember off the top of my head that didn't have what the old fighting games had. That was the ability to chain 2 light moves into a special move without the timing, without the strict timing that Street Fighter 4 has.
Okay.
So they're taking it back to like all the old days, like Street Fighter Alpha 3, Third Strike, Capcom vs. SNK. Like those games are more reminiscent of this game than
Like if you were going to practice on a game that's available right now in preparation for Street Fighter 5, is there a game out there worth practicing on, or is it just, would it be pure fundamentals in Street Fighter 2? Would it be like Street Fighter 3?
I would say Street Fighter 4.
Really?
Yeah, it's more reminiscent to Street Fighter 4 because in old fighting games, if you watch all the videos, except like aside from high level videos, when I say high level and back in the day, the only high level I'm talking about is videos from Japan, because they were always a step ahead of the rest of the world in general in fighting games. So they always had tech that they applied to fighting games that people just started finding out about just merely years ago.
Okay.
So like what I mean by that is like the whole counter hit frame trap system. People were before in Japan were applying this type of thing before, as a whole. I'm not saying there weren't players that done it before here, but there definitely wasn't that type of knowledge in fighting games before. In Japan there was.
Yeah.
So like, and in Street Fighter 4, a lot of that's like the pretty much like part of the system mechanic, like trying to bait a counter hit or trying to frame trap somebody. Back in the day, it was just like mostly poking or just trying to rush someone down. There was no in between, like there was no in ground,
Yeah.
in between ground. It was either you poke someone and you either like try to keep them away or run away all day, or you rush them down somehow. But you didn't really understand what you were trying to do. You were just trying to like either hit them or trying to hit them low or just trying to throw them or just trying to cross them up or something. It wasn't like I'm trying to hit you and
now you'll press a button.
Now you press a button, now try to... Yeah, it wasn't really like that before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would just say it was more comparable to Street Fighter 4.
So you like frame traps and
any
things
other
like
game.
that, things that people can work on.
Yeah.
And just don't use your focus dash. Do you think anybody is like super powerful right now, based on what you've played?
I think right now Armika might be the best character from what I played.
Oh yeah?
Because from what I played, she seems like she takes the least amount of skill for like a day negative 150 game. And I think last night I lost like 3 times to Armika. I didn't really lose to any other character but Armika.
Oh, okay.
And in this game, command grab characters are really strong because there's only 2 ways to defend in this game. There's either backdash or block, or if you have a reversal. Those are or like wake up jab, I guess, but like if you have an like EX command throw or something, if EX command throws have the same properties in Street Fighter 4, meaning that they beat attacks, then the only thing you can do is backdash or jump. But if you don't sit there and you try to backdash and jump, attacks beat that. So it's really just now like more like 50-50 as opposed to like I have like focus backdash, wake up with a button, jump, reversal. Like there's so many options in Street Fighter 4. So I think because of that alone, command grab characters, which are mostly the majority right now in Street Fighter 5. Yeah.
That's
there's a good amount of command grab characters.
That's a really good example of like what you mean by the game feeling simpler. Like that not having that many options to be able to escape like a corner or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I'm projecting now because I can't escape the corner. Which character would you like to see return at some stage? who hasn't already come out?
Jury.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why do people love Jury? I don't totally get it. Why do people love Jury?
To be honest, I didn't really like the character before, but playing other fighting games made me appreciate the type of character she is. So she's not a traditional Street Fighter character anyway. She's more like either like an anime type of game type of character or like a King of Fighters type of character. There's like in King of Fighters, there's like different types of like styles for a character to be played, and Jury reminds me of like one of those characters, not like a traditional Street Fighter character. So it would just be, I don't know, I think it would just be good to have a variety of just like a sort of crazy type of character, not really like mix-up oriented, but like just a character that just not a traditional type of character. She doesn't have a traditional fireball. She doesn't have a traditional fighting style anyway. You know, it's just, but most of the characters that are in Street Fighter V so far does have like this traditional type of style, you know, for reasons that are understood. But it would just be cool to have a more diverse cast.
Okay. Actually, I want to ask you, do you think that Ultra Street Fighter 4 is just going to die out, or do you think it's going to keep going?
Good question. I think that on a tournament level, Ultra Street Fighter 4 is probably going to die out.
Really? You think so? Like,
yeah,
I mean...
Yeah.
After how many years? Like, are you talking like straight away or like
Not straight away.
Evo surely like
Evo's not gonna have Street Fighter 4 next year.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh well, that
Street Fighter 5.
news to me.
No,
Like,
I don't think so.
You really?
I doubt it.
I don't know. I think they will.
I don't think Evo. I actually. Don't
And maybe
think
they
Evo
won't be.
can
Maybe
handle
Capcom won't let them. I don't know.
it. I don't think Evo can handle it, to be honest. I don't think
Too many players.
it's too much work.
Well, they play. I mean, like this year they had Melee,
Melee
and Smash 4. So why wouldn't they?
But and Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5.
No,
That's
I mean, I'm
know
saying
what I mean?
like maybe they could do just Melee or just. I'm saying like this time round. I know what you mean. It's a lot, right? It's a lot to handle.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it, I suppose. I just think that like the demand. Personally, I think the demand could still be there to see high-level Street Fighter 4 play.
I think that one game is definitely gonna. If that were the case for Evo, one game would definitely overshine another game, and I don't think that's what Evo I don't think that's what tournaments want in general. If you have a Street Fighter 4 finals where everybody knows how to play the game already, to be honest, if there's so much money in Street Fighter 5, people are gonna take practice over Street Fighter 4 to play Street Fighter 5.
Oh yeah.
So the games are not gonna look so good anyway, because
Yeah.
so many people are playing Street Fighter 5 anyway,
Yeah.
and it's just not gonna look good. Just the display of, you know, the level, it's
Yeah.
just not gonna look good. You know, people are just gonna take focus over Street Fighter 4 just because the money is in Street Fighter 5 already.
Fair enough. So, are there any other games that you're playing at the moment?
Yes, I have been practicing Guilty Gear in preparation for after Capcom Cup.
Oh, that's exciting.
Funny. All right. So the reason why I picked up Guilty Gear was after the first beta test for Street Fighter 5. So I was playing it for like maybe 4 hours. I streamed it from like the Yomi Gaming channel, my sponsor Yomi Gaming, and like after like 4 hours, I just got bored of the game.
Okay.
And it made me realize like, just because the game is new doesn't mean like it doesn't mean you're gonna like the game automatically. It doesn't mean that the game is gonna be better than any game that's out now. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that.
But it also just means we're in the beta stage. So like, I don't know. Like we still got a bit of time to see like the nuances and like as people start when the people pick up the game as well. I don't know. Like I like to hold out hope, keep up the hype. Like
I think the game is. I don't want to be pessimistic about it. You know,
yeah.
But I just want to be real. You know, at the same time.
No, I know.
Real,
That's fair. That's fair.
But like so pretty much I played the game for 4 hours. And then I woke up the next day and I was just like, I hope the game is not gonna just be like this, because I wasn't enjoying it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it for like the first maybe like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and then I was just like, is this like okay? Like there's nothing like when you think of like a new game, you think of like new possibilities, new like things to try out, new like hype, like newer heights.
Yeah. And
with Street Fighter 5, the first time I played the beta, I was just like, I'm not feeling it. Like I'm not feeling like that thing that's like drawing me in the game.
Yeah.
Other games have that. Even Guilty Gear has it for me. Mortal Kombat.
That's a pretty complicated game though, right? Guilty Gear is like kind of a whole nother level.
And the reason why the main reason why I'm playing is because Street Fighter V was so simple. Like I was just like, yo, I have to play something that's challenging for me. I can't play something simple. And Guilty Gear, like, it's a challenging game.
Right.
Mortal Kombat also, I'm playing that as well. I just started playing that as well.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a popular game. It's fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie. The game might be imbalanced, or the game might have some faulty mechanics. Okay. But the game is hype to watch. I'm not gonna lie about that. Mortal Kombat is a really good game to watch.
Yeah.
So those two games I've been just playing for after Capcom Cup when I'm have my mind off of Street Fighter 4 and I can do something else.
Okay, that makes sense. Any other like thoughts on Street Fighter 5 that have been banging around in your head? You'd probably want to see it speeded up a little bit.
Yeah.
And are you looking for a new mechanic or?
Not really, not necessarily a new mechanic. It's just even like the stages just don't. Like, it doesn't have that attraction. Like it doesn't make you feel like you're into the game. The stages are like kind of dull. You're live out of
Dude, you don't know. I don't. I'll tell you why. Because I love the one with the sheep.
Oh, it looks great.
The waterfall one. Because it's like nice. It's like nice and peaceful. Let's have a fight.
Yeah,
none of these like people dancing around in the background or like whatever.
The stage looks great.
Yeah. But
visually, the stages look great. But they don't have like that. I don't know, that interaction. They don't. I'm not.
Intensity.
Yeah, like okay, like it's just the game as a whole just doesn't look appealing.
All right.
And I think that as someone that wants to get involved in fighting games, might get bored kind of fast.
Really?
They might be saying the same thing over and over. You know, like I do agree that we do have to give people time to like really mess with the game and just become like zen level with the game. I mean, like one in the same with the game. But you know, as a pro fighting game player already, I'm just hoping for the best. You know, like I didn't have high hopes for the game, but if you know people like the game, I'm not one to tell somebody like not to like the game because of my opinion. But I do feel that since I'm a high level player, that my opinion does kind of count. You know, and people look at me and kind of, if I don't like the game, then they don't like the game. So I kind of like want to have an optimistic point of view about the game. So.
Good. Well, I mean, like you said, you're keeping it real, and that's what's important. And like I think Capcom are listening, so to whatever, like the game, the data they have on characters that are played, the amount of time people play, interviews, like everything, and you know, they can make those adjustments, I think, as they go along, and hopefully we'll all be very happy with the outcome. You got any shout outs that you want to give?
Shout outs to Yomi Gaming, my sponsor, really holding it down. Mortal Kombat team. Joel, my teammate, really good Street Fighter player. Pierre Shin Phoenix, also another really good Street Fighter player from Atlanta. Both of them really from Atlanta.
Joel knocked you into losers, right?
Yes. He actually put me in the losers tournament.
So he must be pretty good.
He's been getting tremendously better. Even like before I went down there, he was good. But ever since we've been playing, he's gotten a lot better. So, but it could have went either way.
Yeah.
You know, it could have gone either way. But yeah.
But you came out. Wait, did you come out on top? Like.
Yeah, I came out the pool. No, he won the match.
But you came out of the pool because there was only one for each pool, right?
Winners and losers.
That screwed me up in my head. I was like, what the?
Yeah, so I'm the loser. So, they put him in my pool because they registered him late.
Okay.
And they just throw him in my pool. So.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to stop you talking about Yomi Gaming.
It's okay. But just also shout out to my supporters, everybody that's been following me all these years. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, I'm 29 now. I was like 22 when I was first, started playing the game, being on streams and stuff like that. So that's been like 7 years. So.
Yeah.
2 plus 22. Yeah, 7 years. So yeah, it's been a long time. So shout out to all my followers and supporters. And I'm just gonna keep doing it. And just keep, just representing, just doing what I do.
Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. And yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the interview. And see you next time. Peace out.